This is K of K Renee's Garden. Came out here to watch this sunrise and open up the chicken house. It's actually like 6:20 a.m. and still kind of dark out here, so still have to get my work done regardless. So came out here a little early, so it is a little dark, you guys. Let me get my shoes. Came out here the other day on the weekend. I planted some bok choy and onions, and it looks like these little pill bugs have eaten some of them already. Little buzzards. Looks like they left me a couple of them. So most likely I'll have to get those started indoors. Jamie, what's going on? Out here, as you can see, it's still kind of dark. But, I got to get ready for work, so I still came out here anyway because still got to get stuff done. Hey, Miss Courtney. I've been checking you out, Miss Courtney. You are over there getting it done. I like your little the garden beds. Those are cute. Those are super cute. I saw some of those on Amazon. It was funny. I started to get some of those, and I was like, where am I gonna put them? Where am I gonna put them? But they are super cute. I love them. I know my cousin has some of those. They look like little like cubes. You getting ready to go see your mom and go by the beach? Okay, okay, okay. I hope mom is feeling better. I know you said you were going to go live and everything when you get up to the beach, so that'll be cool. That will be cool. I really need to get some watering done. Let's see, 6:24. It was so hot yesterday. I was going to go live yesterday, and I was like, it was just too hot. It was 90 something. I don't even know. But it was hot and humid, and I can't stand hot and humid. So your girl didn't make it out here. I came out here to open up their house and close their house in the evening, and that was it. So I'm so mad about my little bok choy, though. I got it planted. I thought I got rid of all those little pill bugs that was in that garden bed. Hey, Callie, how are you? Thank you for being here. And no, and I poured boiling hot water through there, and they still over there eating up all my stuff. So only thing I'm going to be able to do is maybe get them started indoors and then put them outside, because then at least make sure I ain't stepping in nothing because my lazy dog, because at least it'll give it a good start and then the pill bugs won't eat them up so bad. But I was like, goodness, I can't even get them started because they eating them up. But that was awesome, Callie, that garden tour of your friend. Oh my gosh, she had so much stuff in that yard. Goodness gracious, I thought my yard was full of stuff. No, she made sure her yard is full of food, and I ain't mad at that. I had to go over there and check on my trees. It was so hot yesterday, and when I came out here, I did little of nothing. So, because it was just too warm. So, anyway, I still have this little garden bed over here that me and my grand put beets in, and I don't know what ate those up, but it ain't nothing in there but like one onion. That's all that's growing in there, so I'm gonna have to figure it out, y'all. And I was gonna start some beets right here because I found my little mini hoop houses over here. Goldie is in her house right now. She is in the house, Courtney. She is doing good. Did I forget to close their door last night? I did. Their door is still open. Well, at least they can come out. At least they can come out. I thought I forgot to close it too. But let me open up their food and everything. I'm going to do that right now. Open up their food. They already have water in there. And apparently I left the door open. So they big girls though. So if something get in there, they'll be able to kick their little butts. But I have, that's why I grow a lot of mint around their house, because apparently they say rodents don't like the smell of it. So I have mint, rosemary, and I have what do you call it? Irish Spring soap. I got that from Jamaica. Jamaica said if you use Irish Spring soap, rodents don't like the smell of that either. So I have that like inside their house, and I have it hung up on the on the walls, like where they can't get to it in their run area. Yeah, they are eating the beets up. I don't understand that. It's like, leave them alone, please, and thank you. Goodness, can't have nothing out here. But I do need to get some water on my squash over there. The squash is doing really, really good. I started those from seed probably like a month ago, and those things are getting nice and tall. And they're getting ready to start flowering. So hopefully the bees will pollinate them, because I have the African blue basil next to it, and the bees love that. So hopefully they'll get pollinated on their own, because I can't stand hand pollinating. Because half the time I miss it because I'm working or something. And the last couple of times I did squash, they did terrible. So, yep, the cucumbers and squash this year, they didn't. I'm going to get back here and water this squash. Look how tall it's gotten, you guys, and it's only been like a month. You see that? So I put a little bit of 511 in here too. So getting ready to give them a good water and some fertilizer. These are looking really pretty though. I was surprised. I'll just put the rest on this little tomato. So hopefully I will get my squash. I don't even think I've ever tried that variety before. Hold on. I think I left my Wi-Fi on. Okay, just wanted to make sure it didn't cut off on me. But I have that African blue basil that's like right next to it, right there. And the bees love, love, love it. I probably should put a little bit more water on these collard trees, just in case it's super hot again today. So let me get my hose and do that. Callie, what is going on? How are you? I know you got to take your baby to school in a little bit, but I'll be done by then, because I got to go in there and get dressed and get ready for work. So I will definitely catch you on your live as well. Get my water hose and get some water on them collards. Let me see what the temp is supposed to be. Oh, it says 85, so it'll be a little bit cooler, but not much. Get some water on here. Prune some of these leaves off while I'm standing here. They actually toughed through this summer pretty good because we have had some hot days, and I thought they were going to really suffer. Still need to hack these down. These jokers are huge. So what do you guys have planned for the morning? David, what's going on? Thank you for being here. Chris, hello there. Trying not to get water on my leaves over here on my squash. I saw you out there feeding your chickens the other day, David. Them chickens over there eating good. They are eating good. Them some old healthy chickens over there. I did till this soil right in the front of this bed right here, though, because I had planned on dropping some seeds, and then I ended up not making it out here yesterday, so not for gardening anyway. I came out here just not for gardening. Some water back here. I don't want to swing y'all too quickly. There we go. Get some water. Look how tall these okra have gotten. Get some water on these jokers. They should be good. I harvested from these the day before yesterday, so I won't bother them today. The ones that are on there are still small, so but it's still a lot coming in. I already have a freezer full, and then the ones that were woody, I'm just letting those dry out, and I'm gonna use those for seed. Some of them I just didn't get to them quick enough, so I know Miss Jamia. I was looking to see if Jamia had gone live when I got up this morning, but I didn't see anything. She probably over there videoing now, 'cause I know she likes to stay ahead so that she can have stuff scheduled and do her live stream. But I think she was going to go live today, David. She said she's going to visit her mom and she was going to the beach. So I think, oh, them darn butterfly, white butterfly moth. I think she said she's going to go live at the beach. I noticed my chicks have been staying in the bed. David, they don't come out that house till about 8 o'clock now. I'm like, y'all lazy. They be in there sleeping good. So these are all the beans that I planted around these banana plants. But look how much it's grown since I put the beans in there. So there are beans in there. They're getting tall too. Although there are two babes coming in this pot of bananas. I was like, goodness. Said, do you need to wear your thongs on? Hey, you might, David. She gonna be at the beach. Let's see what's going on around these parts. Oh, my ginger is doing really good. I remember the pill bugs was eating on this one. So I threw some of this down in there. Threw some of that basil down in there so they can eat on that and leave my ginger alone. Because look, I tried using DE and all that, and those pill bugs were like, no ma'am, we're not going for that. But my lemon is still doing good. I need to hurry up and tie these branches to the pot before they get all woody, and I won't be able to bend them at all. But hopefully I can get it done this weekend. She laughing at you talking about thongs. And these were really scrawny too before I put the beans in there. See, there's two babes coming in there. There's one back there and one on the side. I'm gonna prune these up. I guess I could do it now. Thank you, David. I guess I could prune them up while I'm standing here. And I have a few minutes. Move my water hose. Turn this water off so I don't forget. I remember I turned the sprinklers on one day and went to work and forgot. And then I looked up and saw it on the camera and I was like, oh no. It was on for 8 hours, y'all, or longer. What on earth? I hear something back here. Probably those darn squirrels. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and prune up these bananas. I just kind of cut it down to the base of the, well, not the base of the plant, but all the way to the plant. And this one, you see it had a bunch of white flies thinking it was going to get started on here. So I will not be composting that. That's going to go in the trash. But I want to get all these dead leaves off. So let me check the other ones. Look at that mango though. Mango is climbing, y'all. I'm so happy. I'm hoping in the spring I'll at least get to have at least one mango. But those beans are coming up. They are coming up. And a lot of nasturtium, because you know nasturtium kick out seeds like crazy. And probably this weekend I will prune this down to a little round bush. You see how this blood orange is growing? It's all over the place. Trucker, what's going on? Is it too late to plant collards? No, this is actually getting ready. You're getting ready to go into your cool weather now, the fall. And then winter, I don't know where you are, but I'm in zone 10B. I'm in Southern California, so I can grow all year round. But if you Google your grow zone, so you're just going to Google your zip code and type in grow zone for that particular zip code, and then it'll tell you everything that you can plant at this time in your grow zone. Because here, like, if I were dropping seeds for collards, I would be good because you're going into the cooler weather. But if you have If you're going to get like a hard frost, depending on if you're doing collard plants, they may not make it. I guess you can use row covers. You're in Mississippi, yeah, you might want to, yeah, definitely check your grow zone. See, here I do collard trees because those collard plants, they don't, they don't usually make it. So I do the trees. Although they love cold weather and everything. Thank you, Courtney. I'll see you next time. They love cold weather, but I know when it's too cold, they may not make it. So you might want to check because I know Mississippi does get, they do get super cold over there. So yeah, just Google your grow zone. It's going to tell you exactly what you can plant. I don't really want to say yay or nay because I don't live in that grow zone. I know my mother-in-law was there, but I know certain times of the year they couldn't grow a lot of stuff because of the frost that you guys get there in Mississippi. So cleaning up these dead leaves on my banana plants so they can continue to flourish. I was hoping that I would at least experience a banana flower. Like maybe next time though. Maybe next time. Since I did get some good tips from Shawnee on how to get there, and apparently it's actually working pretty good because I planted beans all around them, and now they are really growing really good. And she said put a lot of water on them. I always thought I was overwatering them, so grab these leaves and go put them in the trash. I was gonna compost them, but these look like they had white flies on them, and we're not doing that. So I will set you guys up right here, and then I'm gonna go put this in the trash can. Be right back. Something was up here eating on my potatoes as well, on my potato leaves. Ooh, that's gonna be awesome, trucker. You definitely probably can pop some flowers out. But I mean, it's fall time, so in the fall, and you guys' season is different. I remember my mother-in-law, like I would get started in the spring here, like um, start my spring planting in like February. My mother-in-law would start in like April, March or April. So you probably have time to put some collards out. I would just try it and see. Try it and see what happens. And yep, put you some flowers out and stuff. I'm not sure when you guys start getting cold, but I know for us here, like we don't really get super, super cold. But when it does get what we consider to be cold, it's usually like it'll be like in the 40s and that's usually like late January or February. So, and then every once in a while we'll get a bunch of rain. So sometimes that's usually in March. But with the climate changing, I never know what it's gonna be. So I just go with it. I just go with the flow now because I never know what's going on with this weather. Let the last bit of this water out of this hose so it doesn't pop on me. I need to get in here and and weed this garden bed too. On the side there, that's lemongrass, but I do see regular grass in here, so I need to pull that out. But I'm glad everything went good for you, trucker. Yep, just try different things. That's what I did when I first started gardening. I just tried different things. Because some things that people say you can't plant, I just did it anyway, just to see what works, what doesn't work. And, sometimes it'll do absolutely great. And then I've seen a lot of people take like, um, that live in really cold areas, they'll take like a bag of soil and they'll open up like the top of the bag, lay it flat, open up the top, and they'll plant right in the soil. And then they'll put like a tote container on top of it so it acts as like a greenhouse and they'll grow like their greens in there. So, so many different ways that you can try to grow. Of course, you would have to have tiny holes at the bottom of that bag of soil so that the water can drain through when you do water. But there's so many different ways you can grow and make it work. So I would say try them all and see what happens. But in a couple of minutes, I'm going to get off here because I got to get in here and get ready for work. But I am enjoying listening to the few birds that I get around here now since I cut all the trees down. I know they'll be back once all my fruit trees get going. They'll be back because they'll be all in my trees. But I still get some of them because they'll come in those trees over there. Since those trees are starting to fill back in, of course they're not as tall because these trees were super tall. They had to be about 25, 30 feet tall, and we cut them down a lot to like 6, 7 feet. So have a great day, trucker. See you next time. And so they're starting to come back around here, but I'm glad they're gone because they were just eating up all my stuff over here. And this tomato, I'm still undecided on what I'm going to do with this tomato plant because it's just everywhere and it's taking up so much real estate. And I hate getting rid of my tomatoes, so I'm thinking I might just kind of prune it down to like nothing and then, just let it come back because it will. Or take it out completely and put a different tomato in. I love my sun golds though. It's just, it takes up so much space. But pretty much back here, like in the wintertime, I kind of slow up on, just adding a lot of things back here. And I'll have more things on the patio area. So we'll see. I know I'm going to still put some beets out here, however I get them out here, whether I start them indoors or um, just start them outside and put those little covers on them and see if they can get going that way. Hopefully they won't still get eaten up. But this garden bed, I might just put some potatoes in there and let it be. But anyway, you guys, I appreciate you guys all being here and hanging with me. Thank you guys. I appreciate your support. Please make sure to like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Hit the notification bell so that you know when new content has been uploaded. And I will see you guys all next time in the garden or doing fitness. Bye, y'all.